Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Suryakant, Justice Bibu Bhakru, the Honorable Attorney General for India, Justice Anu Sivaraman, my Aishwarya Bhati, my colleague in the Supreme Court, other team members of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Honorable former Chief Justice of India, Justice B.R. Gawai, Justice Varane, Justice Mishra, Justice Tandon, Justice Ashutosh Kumar, Shibu Shankar, other guests present here. First of all, I'd like to thank the Honorable Chief Justice. He was not here on the inaugural session today. I did make a brief mention, but this national conference is happening because of the date given by you long back. You agreed that in Bangalore you will have some time, and you were supposed to be only half day away from us, but unfortunately because something very important coming up tomorrow, you are unable to be with us tomorrow. But we are glad that because of you, we could start this conference, our first national conference in Bengaluru today. As far as the, I've changed this format because we're running into time, so I thought let me do it like I'll set the context of this debate and then I'll request the other speakers to go forward. In the legal profession, why women don't do well? If women can do well in every other profession, whether it be bureaucracy, whether it be science, whether it be medicine, whether it be corporates, whether it be finance, whether it be marketing, what is it that holds women back from making a mark in the legal profession? So really that really is the context of our debate today. Is there something wrong in the system that we are having for women? Is there something wrong that the practices that we follow as far as litigation is concerned? Is there any corrective action to be taken to ensure that this is corrected? Is actually the debate today. This is what I feel was the purpose, because to exclude women from the judiciary or from litigation is actually regressive. We are going backwards. It should be our responsibility, and especially since I'm the bar leader of the Supreme Court Bar, I consider myself to be in a position to do something, and I thought that is why this kind of a session will be very important to do some soul searching and try and find out some solutions. Now, we all read the survey and the survey will be uploaded, so you all can also have a look at the survey at leisure later. But the crux of the survey is that somehow litigation and politics, women have not fared well. Of course, in politics, there is a amendment to the constitution. We will be having a reservation, which is, of course, not yet kicked in, but hopefully it will kick in, and that reservation will definitely improve things as far as politics is concerned. But as far as the reservation in judiciary is concerned, that's still a far cry. And again, I commend the Honorable Chief Justice of India that he has, in spite of the bar associations not being happy, and I must admit this to you, sir, that the bar associations are not happy that you have imposed, or the bar councils have not been happy that you have imposed a 30% quota in the bar elections. But I think it's a salutary step, and we should all thank the Chief Justice of India for this and also applaud him for this. You also made a statement very recently in our other function that we did recently on women in the Supreme Court, where you said that we should also have 30% reservation of women even as judges. Now, that's again, I'm sure that it will be your endeavor to do something very significant in achieving that. I only feel that I can, as a leader of the bar, give some thoughts which will help you achieve that. When you look at elevation, I'm straight away, otherwise there are a lot of issues which I would like to deal with about women, how women entry should come and how the bar should play a very active role, because I think the bar plays a very active role in ensuring that they get proper placements, that they are not, in any manner harassed or exploited. These are issues, of course, which are very, very large issues, and I think all the bar associations of the country should take this as a very, important part of their responsibility. Even when the bar council expects these young students to go for internship, it does nothing to actually get them placements, with the result that these young students, and as the survey points out, more than 80% of first generation lawyers have actually no way of finding out or getting placed appropriately, resulting in all kinds of harassments happening, and not getting the right mentorship which they deserve at the very start. So those are much bigger issues, but probably with the Chief Justice of India here, I thought I'll use this platform for that limited purpose of how to help him achieve the target of ensuring 30% women are judges. Now, sir, as you will be noticing, the present system, the collegium system, you are looking at the people who argue before you. They are the face before you. And you feel that this lawyer did a good argument, and you call him, that why not consider him for elevation? But what you don't see, that that argument firstly is more for being made a senior advocate in due course of time rather than becoming a senior, because as judges by the Advocates Act you make seniors also. So you decide in the profession who will go as a senior and who will come as a judge. Both decisions are to be taken by you. So the ones arguing before you are more capable or more likely to be good senior counsels in the long run, because that also is a need of the profession. But the lawyer assisting the senior many a times is completely faceless. Most of the hard work may have been done by that lawyer who has done the drafting of the brief, who has done all the research, who has briefed the senior, and the senior, probably because he agrees with what is being briefed by him or her, ultimately goes and does the presentation. Now, that segment of the bar is still today completely unnoticed as far as elevation is concerned. I think that segment of the bar will be, sir, good enough to give you a full 30% which you want to achieve. And I can assure you that the women in this profession, there are a large number of lady advocates in the law firms, litigation law firms, who regularly brief senior advocates or draft matters or appear in matters. There are a large number of lady advocates who practice in Supreme Court, who do not come to argue, but do the entire homework as far as the preparation of the brief is concerned. There are a large number of advocates who ultimately do the whole strategy, planning, research, the entire homework which goes in the final presentation, which you actually only see. You see only the final presentation, which is by that mouthpiece who's in front of you, may be a senior or may not be a senior. If you, sir, start identifying that pool of women lawyers, I am sure, sir, you will not have a problem of achieving the 30% target that you have promised for yourself and promised us in the recent past. The problems of women not making it in this profession, in my view, has no justification apart from, of course, these attrition issues. I was just talking to Aishwarya Bhatia in a very interesting conversation we just struck while sitting on the dais. She said, when you were struggling as a lawyer, what kind of a role did your wife play in your progress? Did she not make sacrifices? Did she not take the children to the hospital? Did she not attend the parent-teacher meeting and you could not go? I said, yes, it is absolutely true. If she had not been there, I would not have done what I have done. How many husbands are ready to do this job, or the family members of a woman is ready to do this job, to take over her responsibilities to ensure that she thrives in this profession? Now That's the mindset which needs to change. That is something which is a social issue, I will say, a cultural issue. You feel that a woman is supposed to look after the children, she has to do the cooking, and she's also supposed to go to work. And obviously, since all of it is her job, you don't expect anybody to help her in any of those. Now, that's also, I think, a very important point, and I think the Honorable Chief Justice of India, in a recent matter, I think, which was listed this week only, has taken the concept of paternity leave. That why not the fathers should also be taking leave and taking care of the children if the woman is working, and why should this concept also not be encouraged? So I think these are very, very important debates, and I think I would only beseech the Honorable Chief Justice of India, and also because we are a channel and we have a couple of Chief Justices also here, and I'm sure we will be able to reach out to the other Chief Justices also, that if they start this identification process of looking at the faceless people in the system so far, the faceless people in the system, I'm sure achieving this target will not be a problem. And I end only with one small note, that where in the lower judiciary, the selection is purely by merit, which is by a competitive examination and by a interview, women are more than 40%. So it is not as if that they can't compete if they are given a proper, appropriate opportunity. So obviously in the collegium system, there is something lacking as far as looking up at the right merit is concerned. And it is that merit criteria which is lacking in the collegium system can be easily corrected if the collegium system is ready to move out and look at people who are so far unidentified in the system. Thank you.